Howdy, folks. How you doing? TJ here. Christmas time, one of my favorite times of the year. I mean, maybe I kind of look the part, so maybe that's why I like Christmas. But I also like Halloween, and I like lots of other holidays. Christmas is just a few days away. Thought this may be the last video I make until after Christmas, and then maybe I'll make a New Year's what the hell happened in 2023 kind of video, what we're looking to forward to in 2024. But for right now, let's think of it as Christmas past, present, and then we'll talk about the future here in a little bit. But we would do a little fireside chat by the Christmas tree, and it's kind of funny. We have to put a gate, a puppy or kid gate around our tree these days because we have 2 dogs, and the dogs will pluck every single ornament off of that tree, and it's kind of like Krampus, how he bites the fingers off of bad little kids. Have you been a bad little boy or girl? Gotta bite your finger off. That's what these dogs do. They do it to the tree. So yeah, we gotta put a little fence around the tree. It's like we have kids, but we don't have kids. It's crazy. But little fireside chat, Christmas time. I do love Christmas time, even if I'm on a somber mood. Christmas still perks me up just a little bit to kind of take me over the edge. I thought I'd talk about, so first, Christmas past. Oh, I had so many good memories of Christmas. And they don't all have to be nerdy. Some of them are just little kid stuff that you want to get something for Christmas. But as soon as the 70s hit and all the electronics of the world came out, TJ started getting a little bit more nerdy every time, from getting my first video game console, the Odyssey 2, in the later 70s. And then in 1980, getting my Atari 800. And then after that, even my girlfriend at the time, now wife, purchased me, I think it was a Sega Master System as a gift. So I've always been a bit on the nerdy side. I wish I kept that Sega Master System. I got rid of so many things stupidly. But yeah, Christmas pasts were pretty pleasant. I must say, I kind of wish I could go back to those times, because as you become an adult, you have mortgages to pay, you got stuff you got to do, and you're always worried, am I going to be able to feed the household, feed the pets, feed yourself? Am I going to pay this bill? There's so many worries. But when you're not an adult, and if you live in a happier household, you typically don't have too many worries other than homework and chores to do and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a little bit different as a kid. So my Christmas pasts were pretty fun. Like I said, the Odyssey 2 was probably the biggest, because that was an actual gift from my parents to me. My Atari 800 in 1980, I actually mostly purchased myself. I think I paid fully for the Atari 800 using paper route money, but my parents purchased the $200 and some odd cassette player so I could load stuff on there, and shipping, I think. So yeah, good memories of Christmas past. Christmas present? Well, I'm not going to receive, I was hoping that my Specky Next would arrive just at Christmas. I don't think that's happening, because as of today, and today is the 22nd, there's been no emails of tracking numbers sent. So I don't think the USA blokes like me and my friend James, that happens to live not too far from me, and other USA folks are going to receive their Specky Next for Christmas, because unless they just haven't accidentally sent out the tracking numbers and it really shipped and it magically shows up, I don't think that's the case. So it's going to be, and I always thought that it would arrive after Christmas, at the earliest right before the new year, at the most likely right after the new year, sometime in January we receive them. I've got a Specky Next Kickstarter one, so I can enjoy that until then. But I have been watching everybody's videos on pictures, box openings, and I knew that I don't want to spoil it, but there's some text on the box, if you haven't been watching, that says something about the box and opening it, and people have been bringing out various paraphernalia to open said box. I'll leave it there, but it's been kind of funny watching it. And I had my own idea, but now it may be played out. Maybe I don't want to do it. But then again, everybody's take on how you open the box and how you do stuff is a little different. I'll still do an unboxing video. I'm still excited for my Kickstart number 2, Specky Next, to arrive. But it's not going to happen for Christmas. Even though maybe if it gets here the last week of this year, I will still have the tree up because we normally don't take the tree down until at least after January 1st. I told my wife, if we ever remove it before then, we're going to have bad luck. And I think we did it one time, and now 2023 was a bitch of a year. So I'm going to tell my wife, don't do it ever again just because you want to put this stuff up. Keep it up after Christmas. In fact, I'm perfectly fine leaving it a week longer because I like Christmas, and I like Christmas trees, and I like the ambience of the lights. I don't know about you, but I sure love a nice hot fire. It's starting to burn my left side. Are you smelling bacon? I'm smelling something. It's me burning up. And the Christmas tree behind me lit up behind the gate of hell. It's like a video game. So yeah, that's Christmas current. I did receive some things near Christmas enough, like I purchased my TI 99 4A. I had an older beige model, didn't quite work to my expectations, so I purchased, and that just came not long ago. So that is kind of Christmassy, I guess. It's close enough to Christmas. A present from me to me. That one's cool. And I've been doing some upgrades to my Amiga 1 X5000. So I've been getting video cards and other things to do a little updating there. My hard drive in my main computer that's now 10 years old, running an i7 4770 motherboard, it stopped booting into Linux, and it was in an endless loop, kind of like Groundhog Day, endless loop. You couldn't get out of the password screen. And I went online, and other people had the same problem, and I did everything they said try to do, and none of it worked. So I said, well, maybe it's time to upgrade, because I'm on Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. That's old. It's up to version 23 now. So I said, maybe since my hard drive, luckily, is still working, I just can't get it to boot, and I don't want to install Linux over the top of it and chance screwing up all that data because the hard drive is working. So what I did is I purchased a couple of SSDs, which is cool because they are faster than hard drives. So I slapped one in after getting it, and I on an old 120 gigabyte hard drive, I installed Windows 8.1 because that's what came with this 10-year-old main gear shift computer. So I have Windows. When I purchased this computer new, I got rid of Windows right away. I'm not a Windows person. But I've had it. So I went ahead and said, let's make this a dual boot computer. So I went ahead and installed, while I was waiting for my SSD to arrive, Windows 8.1. Oh, that's a clunky son of a bitch. And I actually updated to 10, but you can't activate it because they're no longer giving the activation free. Microsoft. If this thing on a hard drive takes hours to boot up. I was so stupid. It's kind of like my Mac Mini. If you have a modern OS and you put it on an older SATA hard drive, oh, that thing takes 5 hours and it's clunking and clinking, and finally, okay, it's booted, and you go click on something, no, it's not booting yet. It's like 10 hours later. I should have just waited for it. I ordered 2 SSDs, maybe put Windows on one SSD, but I don't want to waste an SSD on Windows. So if I happen to need to load, because there's a couple of programs, for example, my Sam Coupe, there's a program that only runs on Windows that you can transfer easily software from point A to the SD drive. So I could use my Trinity card to feed in Sam stuff. Well, my Sam's a little on the fritz. The floppy drive's not working right. I got to replace that. So it's been on the back burner, but I wanted to have Windows to use that program. And now I'm going to be getting another device early next year that has a Windows-only thing that you can use to transfer software from point A to point B, and it runs on Windows only, no Mac, no Linux. So why don't I go ahead and get the 8.1 installed, and at least I'll have that, and I could dual boot to it if I have to, even if it's decrepitly slow on a hard drive. I don't know if it's any better on an SSD. I would imagine it is. But anyway, it literally takes, turn it on, about 4 or 5 minutes later, it finally stops doing whatever it's doing, and I can click on something. Otherwise, if I click early, it's a wasted click. And you don't want to waste your clicks. So anyway, yeah, my main computer kind of went on the fritz, and just more money that you have to spend. I've got a very sick cat right now in the house that's he's about 15, to the best of our knowledge, because we took him in as a stray many years ago when the vet said he's around 2 years old, they were guessing. And it's now about 15 years. He's pretty sick, so I'm not exactly in the greatest of moods. I'm trying to be positive. He's upstairs, kind of chilling, kind of resting. But we're trying to make it the best we can for him right now. Kind of probably his last Christmas. and just trying to keep him as comfortable as possible. Anyway, it's 2023 was a bitch, and it's still a bitch, and it looks like 2024 may start out that way, but we'll persevere. We'll still try to stay positive. So yeah, overall, for nerdy stuff, I had some cool stuff come. No major big purchase. No, wait. Didn't I just this last year purchase the TT? Or was that the year before? I've lost track. I'm pretty sure it was this year. And I purchased an Atari TT. And I owned them in the past and got rid of them stupidly. So I got that back. But that was well before Christmas. So let's move on to Christmas future. Damn, my bacon. It's burning. Smell bacon. Everybody, there should be more viewers now because I smell bacon. It's on the YouTubes. TJ, that's the only way I'm going to go viral is if I get put bacon up in front of people. Okay, Christmas future. Now, although this is not the Specky next Kickstarter 2, this is my favorite. I'm going to say it, even though my Atari 800 technically it was my first love. This is my favorite computer because I just do a hell of a lot with it right now. The Specky Next Kickstarter 1. My Kickstarter 2 is arriving soon, hopefully. And hopefully there's nothing wrong with it, that it works, and everybody's hunky-dory. And I'll have 2 Specky Nexts here in the house. So I was hoping it was going to be for Christmas, but it appears it's going to be more Christmas future. So I'm looking forward to getting some of my mojo back. I've lost my mojo in the last year or two regarding general stuff like programming, making games. Just a lot of things in 2023 have made me not want to bother with that stuff. But maybe 2024 will be different. So I look forward to the invigorated Next community, everybody getting their Specky Next 2s, maybe more games from people like me that make their own first game. I look forward to trying them because I want you to try my Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm. If you haven't, get your Specky Next, try my game. It's on itch.io account, and you can click on it, download it, and try it, and maybe say how you liked it, you hated it, whatever. But hopefully there's a few people more that play my game. And I want to try your game, so if you're a budding programmer, make a Specky Next game from Next Basic. I'm hoping in 2024 I get reinvigorated, and this Kickstarter 2 does that. And me seeing other people doing that may invigorate me to do it myself. So looking forward to 2024 Specky Next. That's going to be the future Kickstarter 2. The other thing that's got me very excited, and for some of you, you may say, oh, the Aquarius, the original Aquarius, that thing's not no computer. That's just a glorified calculator. Because it only was sold for like 3 months, but it's a real full-fledged computer, and you see my videos. I've got the older, it's a really sleek-looking, the original Aquarius computer is sleek-looking, it's cool, a little inhibited to do certain things, but that inhibition made it more fun for at least me. Out of all the communities I'm part of, the two that I feel most home with is the Sinclair community. Believe it or not, I mean, I was an Atarian, but since I do so much Specky Next coverage and love that computer so much, I feel at home with the Specky world. And sure, there's a few oddballs out there that, post negative things or nasty things, whatever. That's in every community. But I find it less so in the Specky Next world, at least for me, or Specky world. The Aquarius world is more buttery and rosy because there's definitely less people. But it's a vibrant, small community of kick-ass people. And I feel also very at home with the people that are in the original Aquarius Facebook group, the now Aquarius Plus, which I was gifted one here as a tester to test out the waters with Aquarius. This is a sleek little computer. You can still buy them. Visit eBay and type in Aquarius Plus. You can go to Sean Harrington's website if you're in the U.S. There's some folks overseas that are building these up and selling them over there. And what's neat about the Aquarius Plus is all the things that you thought were a negative connotation of the original Aquarius, like no sprites, limited character graphics, all that's changed. The Aquarius Plus has sprites. It has all these new capabilities, and it's still got all the lineage from the original Aquarius. So you can plug in an Aquarius. On the side, there's Aquarius cartridge port, where you can plug in your old Aquarius cartridges, the few and limited there are out there, but you feel special. It's like I collected mostly everything I don't own everything for the Aquarius. I don't own Burger Time on the cartridge. If anyone is watching this and ever has a fair price, not $100 Burger King cartridge, and you have an extra one, a boxed one, I'll buy it from you. but at a fair price. I can't afford $100 on no freaking cartridge, but I get to play. All these cartridges are been ripped to digital version, and you can play them on the AquariCart or the Aquarius Plus because the programs are readily available. And so the Aquarius Plus has all the old. You can plug in the old joypads, for better or for worse. You can plug in new pads like the Aqua Pad from You Make Robots. You can plug in wireless, and I haven't ventured there yet, but you can plug in a wireless Xbox or wired. Is it wireless or wired? It's one of the two. I haven't went there yet. I think wireless because there is Wi-Fi wireless built into this, Bluetooth, so I think it can. We'll figure it out along the way. So 2024, if you're watching my channel, I'll be doing a lot more Aquarius, upgrading my ROM, upgrading this, doing that, whatever it is, because I'm still a newbie with it, and a lot of people are newbies with it because it just came out kind of Christmas time or a little before Christmas time this year, October-ish. Anyway, so Aquarius, AQ Plus, Aquarius Plus. Very cool little box made by just people like you and me, a lot brighter than me though, that made these things happen. So I'm very excited about the Aquarius world in 2024. So for me, right now on my radar, next, Specky, that's not going to change, and Aquarius Plus. And then all of the other 8-bit computers / 16-bit computers, that's 32-bit computers I own. You'll see coverage throughout 2024. But right now, I'm pretty excited about the Aquarius world. Maybe just because I feel, like I said, at home, people are very nice. And you go there and visit and ask questions, and they don't make you feel dumb, and they answer them. And it's just a fun community. Same thing as the Specky Next. Even though the Specky Next, the Facebook group on Facebook has 15,000 people. So there's going to be bound to be a few different personalities than what you expect. Take it with a grain of salt. Take what you want from it. But it's a very vibrant group, very fun group overall. And I just love the Specky community. Okay, I'm going to end this video. I'm burning up. Bacon. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you all... I don't know if I even started this recording. So I could have been talking for the last 15 minutes for nothing. Other than I'm getting a little... I talk so fast, you start getting a little aired down and get a little lightheaded. Anyway, Merry Christmas 2023. Hopefully you have a pleasant one. Looking forward to... I'll make probably another video about 2023 wrap-up, and then we'll look forward to 2024. So thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, and I'll say Happy New Year next time around because I'm going to come back to you shortly. Bye.